In this lesson, you will learn how Pig and Hive are used for MapReduce and MapReduce jobs. You will also learn the difference between Pig and Hive and how each can be used for structured and unstructured data. Both are not part of core Hadoop, but added to the Hadoop installation from the Hadoop ecosystem. There is a consensus that Hadoop MapReduce is a very tedious process. Both Hive and Pig add a more user-friendly interface to MapReduce and attempt to make the MapReduce process a more user-friendly task. Pig was created to create queries for semi-structured data, such as flat ASCII files. Many organizations have system or machine-generated data saved away in flat files. System logs or machine-generated reports are an example of semi-structured data. Semi-structured data might have a predefined format, perhaps as tab or comma delimited files. The core MapReduce engine within Hadoop is architected to analyze this massive amount of semi-structured information. Writing the job to perform this can prove troublesome, as large and complex amounts of code may need to be written. The language of Pig Latin was written precisely for this purpose. The developer can now write a query in Pig Latin. Pig then compiles the job into mappers and reducers and executes them on the Hadoop cluster. Pig simplifies the MapReduce process, and by most accounts is powerful and straightforward. The one criticism is that Pig and Pig Latin are very new and do not draw enough on previous programming skills, so there's a learning curve. This is where Apache Hive comes in. Hive was written for the same purpose of Pig. One of the large differences is Hive leverages the SQL skills a developer may have. A developer with SQL skills can learn Hive much faster than learning Pig. Hive has its own query language called HiveQL. It purposely has a SQL feel to it, but HiveQL is not ANSI compliant as SQL. Still, HiveQL is mastered very quickly and has become a fast favorite of developers who want to avoid a learning curve of Pig. In a similar fashion of Pig, HiveQL is broken down in the MapReduce jobs that are executed on the Hadoop cluster. Hive was originally developed at Facebook, but recent incarnations have other contributors. Hive is designed to have the same look and feel of traditional SQL-based database management systems. Traditional database management systems tend to be fast. SQL statements run in the matter of seconds or even faster. However, since Hive is built on the MapReduce framework on Hadoop, the developer should not expect such fast return times. Remember that MapReduce and Hadoop are designed for high latency or relatively slow, long sequential processing. With that in mind, don't expect fast response times. Also remember that Hive is optimized to be read-only, so by nature is not transactional and does not by default support read or write operations. Although Pig and Hive have the same purpose, it is important to point out that they're not necessarily competing products. Hive is the tool for the SQL developer and the developer who likes more SQL interfaces. Developers who like more molecular control and don't mind or even prefer to write programs tend to gravitate towards Pig. There is a consensus in the Hadoop community that both tools are important and will grow and will not replace each other.